Alright, recording has been started.
My Firefox is still being crunchy, so I may need someone to just screenshot me what's going on with the map.
We can do that.
Yeah.
Alright. Who wants to do recap?
So that were these mushrooms.
We found some...
That's the end of session.
Yeah. you got some of it. We found a pool near the cavern entrance that we got a water sample from, and it smelled like iron. And then we got slurped by oozes in like a weird area of the cavern in the very beginning that had like a bunch of weird stuff.
We're not storing their chemicals correctly.
Yeah.
Osha would be so mad.
I put in my notes, oops, all slurped. There was some weird mold in the oozes that didn't dissolve with them, so we're kind of like freaked out what that does. And it was Asha that decided to keep it on while the rest of us got clean.
I forgot that I did that. Yeah, I'm running a science experiment to see what the mold does to me.
What the fucked up little mold does. We figured out that the labeled boxes or whatever were like the Iron Fist Corporation. Like that was what was surmised by I think it was Comprehend Languages.
It was, yeah, Cybus with Comprehend Languages.
Mm-hmm. And then we got samples of isopropyl alcohol, black powder, and bleach. And then after that we went further into the area, and there was like, I don't even know how to explain it because my brain wasn't working correctly, but there was like a fallen bridge, where, was there, or like the river or like the water or whatever running under it, or was that just like a drop off?
Underneath it, yeah.
Because it was a drop-off, but just, like, into, like, water area.
Yeah, there was a drop-off to a fairly fast-flowing river.
Yeah.
There was also a pool next to it, which seems to have sort of been the official pool for on the route.
Yeah. And then there was, like, 2 directional signs in opposite directions, that were too worn with time to figure out what they were.
Yeah.
And then one towards the village entrance, that we had just come from. And we decided to take the route where we saw, like, glowy light / Shroomy guys. Or that smelt like earth and stuff. That's as far as I remember. Oh, PK?
And, yeah, I think they're going sort of left and right, and there was clanking from the right? Am I remembering that right, Paco?
Shuffling.
Shuffling, And then, there was mushrooms to the left. I don't know if I've got those directions correct, but anyway, it doesn't fucking matter. We went for mushrooms because Cypress might be able to make use of them.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw some movement, which wasn't great. And then we saw a deepness-looking motherfucker, which we're about to have to deal with.
Weird creepy centipede.
Yes, a centipede.
With weird mushroom growths.
Yeah, deepness-looking motherfucker.
And the mushrooms seemed to, like, move when this thing was there.
That I have mushrooms in my pockets right now.
Yes, you do.
Indeed. So go ahead and put yourself on this battle map over here.
Okay.
I currently cannot. If you can put Ranza and Adhara on,
Yes.
As long as Adhara is within 10 feet of Ranza, it doesn't really matter to me. But they're probably closer to taking point. Well, closer than Renzo taking point.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I could get Cybus.
Yes.
We didn't roll initiative yet, did we?
No.
Okay.
What?
Can I
Guy.
discern anything about this particular beastie?
Give me my guy. There he is.
Roll a knowledge nature.
Okay. You're gonna need to tell me what my modifiers are, because at the moment I have just purple screen on my laptop, because I tried to reboot it to deal with the problem. 17 plus something.
I haven't placed myself in a wall, have I?
No.
Am I good here? Okay.
Yes, you're good. That is a 17 plus 2, so you're not rolling 19.
Yeah. Sorry,
So-
as soon as this comes back, I will be back to my usual bullshit, but...
You're good, you're good. The centipede that sort of rides up in front of you, you can see the large mandibles, but in various places along the chitin sort of plating, the chitinous plating, actually, sorry, that's not how you pronounce that word. The chitinous plating, you can see little bits of the purple mushrooms sort of sticking out,
Fucked up.
moving with the creature.
Yeah.
And the multiple eyes in front of the head, at the front of the head, you can see like little bits of the fungus kind of creeping around the edges into the front. The centipede itself, Renza, looks relatively common. It's just kind of a brownish color. I know it looks bright yellow and red on the image, but that's the sort of cartoony centipede I could find. But in itself looks relatively sort of common, but it is much larger than it should be, larger than any of you. And it moves.
So it's bigger even than a giant centipede that I think is on the summon list. Okay.
Mm-hmm. It moves sort of oddly in that some of the limbs don't seem to move with the rest of it, but a majority of it does move enough that it sort of skitters almost naturally.
Huh.
And it sort of hisses at all of you. And I would like everyone to roll initiative.
No. I've rolled, but I'll roll for the turn order.
Okay, I just need you to tell me what Renzo's dex mode is, because I can't fucking remember.
Oh, that was almost close to what he really rolled. He just had one more than that. 17. There we go.
Nice.
Renza, +2 to Renza.
Okay, so that's a 21 for Renza and a 22 for Adhara.
Okay.
That is 10 total.
10 total for Cyrus. Got it. Alright, and then 1 for Ella as well. And Harva is actually up first. So,
Cool. Can someone send me what the fuck the positions on the map look like so I can actually figure out what I'm doing? Since this is still not loaded.
Yeah, one
you
sec.
got that, Ren? Ren or Noct? Yeah, thank you.
If you want to do it knocked, because mine is a little bit kind of icky.
Yeah.
It might be actually.
Um,
Hold on. Actually, I think I got it.
here is... Oh,
You got it?
I also got it. Yep,
Okay,
I got it.
Go for it.
This is the relevant area.
Okay.
And I made sure to not cut off any boxes so that it was clear what was going on.
Much appreciated. Adhara can't get close enough to do more than one attack, but I think we'll scotch slightly and attempt to bite.
Chomp.
Okay, they have a 10-foot reach, right?
Yep, they have a 10 to bite.
I have placed them in a 10-foot range, God bless.
Much appreciated. 21 to hit.
Let me check.
And I think it would be against flat-footed because it hasn't acted yet.
Yes, that is just going to hit.
Okay. Ugh. Only 4 points of damage, but damage is damage.
Let me
Um.
pull out a pencil, 'cause I forgot to do that.
And does it seem to react at all to the bite?
The bite, like, hits, but it doesn't really care about 4 points of damage, I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. I wanted to make sure there wasn't going to be an explosion of spores from doing piercing damage to this thing.
No.
I feel like that's a reasonable thing to be concerned about, though.
Renza, it is also your turn now.
Cool. I'm just gonna 5-foot steps that I'm within her, so I get those funky little bonuses, and just crossbow.
Sure.
So I don't need to know my modifier.
What did you roll?
Nat 20, so I don't need to know my modifiers.
Alrighty, roll your damage.
Chomp.
Now this doesn't add dex bonus because ranged combat in Pathfinder is weird. Someone is used to 5e. That is 16 points of damage.
Okay. It takes the bolt a little harder than y'all think. Like, Renza manages to hit a spot in between some of the plates. Anything else you want to do, Renza?
Not overly keen on moving too far out of Adhara's reach, and Adhara's... If my mental map is right, Adhara's sort of blocking its access to me.
Yeah.
So I think that's good for now. I don't want to use my summons yet.
As this thing hisses in pain, you hear something kind of shift among the mushrooms, and we're gonna do something funky.
Creatures.
More creatures, in fact. As you see, kind of emerging from a patch in the fungus, a couple more, like, not of the centipede itself, but instead, these sort of little, like, larger purple mushrooms themselves that sort of shift and move along the floor towards you. They move pretty slowly, but they do move. And
Fucked up.
And they don't quite reach you, but instead what happens is sort of almost like peeling roots out of the ground. These large sort of purplish tentacles rise from the earth and are going to strike out. One of them that moved more is only going to get one strike at Adhara. The other one, who only took a 5-foot step, is going to get 4 strikes, 2 at Cypress, 2 at Elith.
Shit.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
So the one at Adhara,
my AC.
that's only going to be a 15.
My AC is 22.
Nope.
Okay. 2 at Cypress.
Alright.
Nope, those aren't gonna hit.
Yeah.
2 at Ellis. Fuck, those might not hit either.
This isn't right.
No, those aren't gonna hit. God damn it.
This should only be 5.
Cypress,
Okay,
actually, what's your
my
flat-
computer has booted up.
Cypress,
Yay.
what's your flat-footed, actually?
17.
Nope, okay. So they kind of lash out at you, but they don't hit, which is
No.
disappointing.
L.
Cypress.
Hi. I want to become dinosaur. That takes my standard action though. So
Become dinosaur.
I become dinosaur. Where do I want to go, gamers?
What a game.
5-foot step I would technically get all my attacks, right?
Yes.
Cool. I want to fuck up this mushroom.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm gonna use my power attack, because why not? I don't usually use those. So, we're gonna do power attack on my talons and my bite. I get 2 talons and then my 1 bite. Okay. Let's see. Actually, I have 3 dice. I can do... Okay. So, my bite misses. However, that would be... The lowest was a 14, and the other one is 17 plus 8.
The 17 on the dice will hit the other.
Cool. Okay, so that's 1 claw or talon attack that I'm able to get off.
Alright.
So that's a d8 plus 9. Okay. That would be 14 points of
Let's try
damage.
this again.
Okay. You slash out, and it, like, mushroom flesh is pretty soft, actually. Like,
Mhm.
it more crumbles rather than... It sort of cracks and crumbles rather than, like acts like meat flesh, you know,
Mhm.
that like, slices and cuts. But you do take a chunk out of, like, the top of it.
Yay.
Anything else?
I think that'll do it. That's all he can do.
Alright, it is the Centipede's turn. Or the Cytilipede, technically.
Wait, hold on. I
Whatever.
just realized. Take back that damage. I wasn't supposed to attack this turn. That was my standard action to transform. I could only just get up in their space.
Okay.
I'm dumb.
Alright. That makes my life better.
Sorry.
You're good, you're good. Alrighty. I am checking abilities.
That's never good.
Okay, this thing kind of skits forward a little bit. It's not gonna go there. And it sort of rears up, and you see in a second this sort of purplish fungus start to glow, actually. And that's all the warning you get before it kind of bursts out in this bright light. And I need
dear.
everybody to make me a will save.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, I don't get a very high bonus for that.
You got okay wisdom
but
though.
I rolled really good though, so that's nice at least.
Okay. So that's Nudora, and that's Renza. Okay. So Parker, should I read them off now, or wait a second?
Wait a second.
Yep. Okay.
will save for helmet. Okay. And anything else I have to roll?
Oh,
No, I
Asha.
do not.
We're not sexy guys.
No.
Alright. What did Renza and Adhara roll?
Renza rolled a 19, Adhara rolled a 23.
Okay, Cybus? Nocturne?
So long I set up the cheat sheet.
Oh, yes.
Can you roll me a will save, please?
Oh, will save. Sorry, I spaced just on what you said. Let's roll that dice. What's my 18. Let me drop that in the chat.
Thank you. Okay. So, this was a pretty high DC. Asha, Elith, Renza, and Cybus.
Oh no.
The
man.
sort of bright blue light that sort of comes off this thing sort of takes you aback almost. It's sort of like searing into your eyes. And you all are going to be stunned for 3 rounds.
Oh shit.
Ah,
Stunned?
Oh no.
Yes, as you sort of blink the light from your eyes. So to clarify, a stunned creature drops everything held, can't take actions, takes a -2 penalty to AC,
Oh
and
shit.
loses its dex bonus to AC.
Oh no.
Well, that's the combat over, boys.
Oh, don't worry,
hey,
guys.
run, leave.
Cypress is here.
That
That's
is-
it. We're dead. That's the
That
end
is-
of it.
Can we leave? Can we move?
I think moving counts as an action.
We can't take actions, so we can't move. Move actions are actions.
Shit.
So
Oh, so we're just standing there doing nothing.
you're
Stuck.
you're like stunned, like you can't, like it's so bright and like boggles your like brain for a second that you're sort of stuck. That is all it can do this round.
Don't worry, guys. Cypress is still up.
Don't worry,
Cybus.
it has 3 more rounds where nobody else can do anything.
Cybus is stunned, Elith is stunned, Ash is stunned, and Hara is not.
Good. It is Adhara close enough that can go murder?
Yes.
Cool. It's gonna be making. They're gonna be making 3 attacks.
Go for it.
And these are gonna be power attacks because that is deeply concerning.
Yeah.
Okay, 18. $16 and 21. I think only one of those hits.
The 21 will hit.
Jesus fuck, Parker.
This is a mini boss.
A
Creature.
mini boss?
We went somewhere we weren't supposed to, and now we're getting smoked.
That is 9 points from the stinger.
9 points, is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay. It is not happy with little Adhara.
I really wish I'd given them the fucking breath weapon.
Anything else for Adhara?
That's because they might have had to close slightly with the 5-foot step. If they didn't, they're gonna scotch so that they can still be within 10 feet of Renzo.
They can, yeah, they did not have to scotch. The thing moved towards them.
Okay, in that case, positions are probably still the same, so it doesn't need to move to help Renzo.
Okay, excellent. Renza is
It's
stunned.
fine, they've got good AC.
It is the fungus's turn. So one fungus is going to sort of strike out. Is there going to take like a... No, they're going to stay where they are, where it is, and it's going to do 2 attacks to start at Adhara. With its tentacles.
Gross.
One of them's a dirty 20.
No.
Okay, since 2 of them did not hit, it will go 2 more at Adhara.
And her and Cypress have the same AC, I think.
This thing cannot
22,
fucking
yeah.
hit. That was a natural 1 and a natural 3. That's not hitting.
Yeah, no.
Watch the 2 reptiles carry this fucking encounter.
We'll see, we'll see.
This other fungus is going to take a 5-foot step. And then... one at Cypress, just to see how that goes.
Technically, in my Dinosuchus form, I am lower in AC, but that's fine.
No, you shouldn't be. Remember, I did the...
It's because I don't have my shield and stuff.
No.
Yeah.
No, you are, but... Right, I'm a himbo.
Yep, it's fine. But yeah, swings at Cypress?
Yeah, and rolls a 4 on the dice.
Well, what's the...
Oh, 8.
Okay, yeah, no. Sorry.
It's gonna do another at Cypress, and then 2 at Elith. An 18 on Cypress?
That hits. That was 1 above my AC.
No, wait, sorry, 16.
Okay, no.
Okay. 2 at Elith. Elith, who is currently flat-footed, with a -2.
Who is currently flat-footed.
Yep.
And is going to take hits.
No.
That's just not nice. Astrus won't even be here for 4 minutes, Parker.
It's going to take 2 hits. The actual damage, the physical damage is going to be pretty negligible. It's only going to...
Who's got the grenade?
Asha? I think?
Or
no, Cypress has it, that's right.
I think Cypress has the grenade.
Oh, because you guys
does.
can give it to Asha.
Elith is taking a total of 6 damage. However...
there it is.
Oh.
They have to roll a fortitude saving throw.
Come on, Elith. Believe in you.
And that's a pass. So you see the tentacles wrap around Elith's arms and like grip. And you hear something kind of like... No, it's not even that you hear it. You kind of smell
Ew.
something not great. Something akin to rot. But Elith sort of pulls their arms out of this grip and sort of shakes it off, and you can see little bits of the fungus sort of fall off of their
Really glad they're not organic matter.
Cypress.
Well, he's kind of pissed that this creature stunned his friends, so he's just gonna kind of like hunch forward in his form and kind of snarl. He's going to 5-foot step forward, and he's going to use all his attacks on this creature as power attacks. We'll see if any of them hits. First 2 are talons, and the last is bite. Bite, natural 20 on the bite. One of the talons is gonna miss. The other one is... that's a 21 for the other talon.
1 talon, 1 bite hits.
Okay, cool. And it was a natural 20 on the talon. Or not the talon, the bite.
Yes.
So that's...
Right, so double everything.
Oh, fuck yeah. I'm gonna need my calculator. Hold on. Okay, so that... I gotta roll first. So that's a D8 and... D6.
Okay, that's what I need to know.
Ooh! Ooh! That was almost max damage on both. Hold on. So that's... 6 plus 9 times that by 2. So that's 30 for the bite.
Okay.
And then that's...
Fuck him up!
Yeah! Hey, I love power
Fuck 'em
attack
up.
now that I know what to do with it. So that was 6 plus 9. And that's 15 for talons. Or for talon.
Fuck.
Baby!
Kill.
So I need to
Kill.
check whether or not you kill this thing.
We need the party at 100% power with the whole party, and then the party at 99% power with just Cypress.
It is still standing, but the chunk that you take, it's like you sort of bite into its head, and then one of your talons like hits into the space like right beneath its sort of head chunk and rips downwards, and just this purple fungus just kind of starts falling out of this Chichinus sort of armor.
Don't worry,
It
guys.
looks really, really bad.
Don't worry, guys. I'm an herbalist. I know what I'm
fucking
doing.
go.
Don't worry, guys. I'm an herbalist. He says, having totaled the fucking mini boss.
Gonna send this guy to the Hat Man.
What the fuck have I missed?
I critted on a bite attack and I rolled what was that, a 6 or I can't remember. I'd have to check. Oh no, I rolled max damage on that too, I think.
30 points of damage.
Yeah. That was the most I could do on a bite, but I did roll 30 damage on one bite with power attack.
Fuck yeah!
Everybody
Guys,
else...
the rest of us are stunned, except for Adhara. It's Cypress and Adhara
The two
doing the
reptiles.
combat, and the rest of us are doing nothing.
I like to think
But
that Cypress got a
doesn't
little
need the
angry.
rest of the party, because he's
Cypress got-
sexy as fuck.
Cypress got a little angry that everybody got stunned, and he doesn't want you guys to die. Not yet.
Fucking incredible.
Also, Parker has only rolled successfully to hit like twice.
Oh
Unfortunately,
no,
it was
F in the
against you.
chat!
Unfortunately, it was against you. You took 6 points of damage. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. I cannot get my hair to behave, that's really funny.
You're good. I don't know why half of us are on camera today, but we are.
It makes me happy. It makes the
it's-
brain go, so.
I had my boy on camera, and then we all just decided to be on camera. Some of us.
I'd join you guys on camera if I wasn't adjacent to the Hat Man right now.
Yeah, you sick. You stay there, or the Hat
Oh,
Man will get you.
Astrus, I have strep throat.
Oh, babe, I was worried I'd have that. Oh.
We
Alright,
losing.
uncarded.
I am in the sick club, though.
Hey.
Well, I'm really glad that I did the Adhara cheat sheet when I did, because spending that first part of the combat with no access to my fucking... Speaking of, I will open them up,
Okay.
because the Discord is now working. No, the Discord, the roll's running.
I need my
The Centipede looks down at you, Cypress, and it like hisses, but it comes out like kind
Ew.
of mangled weak.
Cypress returns
It is
it.
going to sort of. It is going to sort of like shoot out and try to bite you.
Yeah. Chomp.
Come on, baby. Oh, that's a 28.
Yeah, that hits. Just a little bit. That's a
Okay.
little
Holy
more
shit.
than over my AC.
So you're going to take a total of 17 points of damage,
Alright. Where's my...
and I need you to make me a fortitude saving throw.
Okay, so let me grab my thing. Where did it go? Whatever. We said 17 points, right?
Yes.
Okay, now we'll do fortitude. Let's use the tea room dice for this one. Oh, that was a fucking bad choice. That's only a 12.
Okay.
Oh,
this
no.
thing bites into you, and not only does the actual like initial bite hurt, you feel something sort of hot
from?
and warm start to like spread underneath your skin. You have been poisoned.
Shit.
You you are going to have to make 6 fortitude saving throws, 1 around. That's the length of the poison.
Okay.
I will remind you for your turn. But for now, you are going to take... actually, I need to roll a different thing, because it's not a 1d4. You're going to take 3 points of dexterity damage.
Okay, what does that mean?
Temporarily, your
shit.
dex score goes down by 3.
That means
And
your
that includes
dexterity
my
increased by
AC.
3 points.
Yeah, my AC goes down. How does that affect everything? Shit.
It should only go down by 1 because it's the modifier that goes into your AC. Unless you had, I don't remember what number you had for your dex.
Well, my dex is +2.
What's the total number?
15. So it only goes down by 1.
Okay, so you go down. You go down to 12 dex, which means that you only have a +1.
Okay, so that would only be a 16 AC. Okay.
As you feel this, you feel it sort of hit your brain, and for a second it kind of fogs over. And when you come back, this thing sort of like unpeels its mandibles from around you, but you don't remember getting bit.
Uh-oh.
That's
I don't
fucked
like
up.
that.
Sivis is stunned. Ella is stunned. Asha is stunned. And Hara is not.
In the chat for us, guy.
In case you were wondering, Astris, that's been the whole combat.
Yeah, this happened.
This is the second
Right
of
at the
3
start.
rounds where you are stunned, so 1 more round and then you'll be back in if combat is still here.
Yep.
At Horace,
If there's still combat,
It gives me time to draw girlfriends.
God bless.
Okay. Question for the table. Do I do power attack and do more damage, but basically mean that I can only hit with one of my attacks on a crit? Or do I do standard and less damage and only need a 19 to hit with one of my attacks?
Joe, I'm gonna be real with you. You just need to hit.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna
So
say,
Horace-
clearly Cypress put this, like, on death's door, so I just say try to hit.
So Adhara's gonna 5-foot step up and choose violence.
Clean up.
That's a 23 for the first one.
Yeah.
Do you want me to roll that damage so that I can potentially carry over these next attacks to the other guy?
You can roll the damage, sure, but I don't
Min
think
damage
there's
is
a way
7.
this thing survives. Yeah, no, this thing is dead. It had 2 HP.
Oh my god,
Okay,
if I would
and
have got
then
my
the-
talon, I could have one-shot it.
Yeah,
The
you
next
could
2
have.
attacks are going at this fungus.
Okay, go for it.
17?
I believe that hits. Yes, that hits.
Cool, and then the stinger is also 17.
That'll hit.
D6 and a D4. So we have 8, and then we have double 8s of damage, so 16 points of damage to this fungus.
This thing is already bloodied as you take like a chunk, like you almost tear like half of the cap off. As Dedhara like tears like
Wrap
half
the
the
tail
cap off.
around and yank, and then go in with the stinger.
Renza is stunned. It is the fungus's turn. The fungus! The one you just attacked, Adhara just attacked, is going to make 2 at Adhara, 2 at Cypress. So the first 2 at Adhara. 19.
No!
2 at Cypress.
Yay. AC 16.
Joe, you're so delighted. You're so cute. I love it.
Oh no.
That's two natural 20s.
Fuck! Well, we'll see where I die, guys.
So there goes. So all of my
Yeah.
horrible luck at the start of combat has been made up for.
Yeah!
I
Kill me, Parker!
I need you to roll me 2 fortitude saving.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Those went so well last time. Let's not use the tea room dice. Let's use the other
much
one.
lower DC.
Huh?
This is a much lower DC.
Okay. Well, watch me roll a 1 on one of those. And the other one's a 19 plus 4, I think. So I fail one and I pass.
Passes.
Yeah. The other one was a 1 though.
Let me finish calculating your damage.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's a minus sense to hear.
Oh, it's just because I have to double everything. It's literally baby.
I know, but
that's gonna be 12 points of damage total.
Okay.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
think I'm
the
still
actual
up.
damage attacks are baby. However, you did fail one of your saves, and so the tentacles of this fungus sort of lash out. One tries to get a good grab on like one of your arms, but you pull back. But the other manages to wrap around your leg, and you feel again that smell of rot permeates the air, and you see this flesh of your leg start to burn.
Ooh.
icky.
He just lets out a screech. He's angry now.
Do you want them to have arms, PK?
Yes, I don't think they should get to have tentacles. I think they should have weird fungus limbs.
Sure, they have little fungus arms, and one of them grabs you.
Mushroom hands.
That's going to be 1 point of strength damage.
No, not my
And
string.
And 2 points of constitution damage.
Fuck.
Oh!
Whoa.
Your HP goes down by 10 points. No, sorry, by 5 points, because...
5 points. So that would be... that doesn't... Hold on. Let me calculate what I'm at right now.
How fucked up is the mushroom in front of it, Hara?
Bloodied.
Okay. Because...
Okay, so that would be...
How big are these mushrooms?
51.
Joe, you very choppy.
I think you're okay now, maybe?
Repeat your question, Joe.
How big are these mushrooms?
They come about to your waist.
Okay, cool. That's what I needed to know, because I needed to know if Adhara can actually use the combat maneuver that they get as part of their thing.
Yeah, they're medium creatures.
Cool.
So, the last one. There's going to be one tentacle attack at Cypress, Elith, Asha, and Cybus.
Fun.
Whee!
So, one at Cypress is going to not hit. One
Yay.
at Elith is a 15?
No.
Against flat-footed -2.
Still no.
Okay. One
You
at
said
Asha.
-2, right, Joe?
Yeah.
Flat-footed -2.
Flat-footed -2. I think. Then that does hit, but I think I have a thing. I'll go on to the other hits really fast.
You are stunned at the moment, so you cannot take actions.
Mm-hmm.
Asha, that is also going to be a 15.
Hits.
And Cybus, that is going to be... that's going to be a 23.
Are you kidding me?
Oh
Why
my
would you
god.
do that to this poor little elf?
Yeah, so...
With a little guy.
Just a little guy. Everybody's just a little guy.
Okay, so I'm actually not able to be caught flat-footed, I still lose my dex bonus to AC if immobilized?
Yeah.
Yes.
So that essentially puts you at flat-footed. It just
Okay.
But
'cause the
stunned and immobilized are two different conditions.
stunned are
Yeah.
and immobilized are two different conditions.
That was the
Um,
one thing I thought would be relevant.
stunned. The text of stunned says it loses its dexterity bonus to AC, does not qualify flat-footed. But I'll let you have it.
Okay, I'm not trying to fight. I just remember
No.
reading that.
No, that's fair. I think, yeah, immobilized is different, so I'll let you have it for stunned.
Okay.
But if you are ever immobilized, so L actually does not get hit.
Yay.
Asha, you're gonna take 3 points of damage.
Ow.
Cybus, you're gonna take 2.
Ah,
Con.
And
I win.
I need it. I rolled a 1 on the damage die. I need both of you to roll me fort saves.
Oh
Oh,
god.
no.
Hey, that's
Surpassed.
good.
Asha
Yeah.
passes flying colors.
Fuck yeah.
That's bad. Hold on.
Oh no.
We've been rolling really bad.
6.
That's a failure.
Oh my god.
I'm
It'd
sorry.
be funnier if it wasn't.
So Cybus, you are going to take 2 points of strength damage and 3 points of con damage.
Oh.
Damn.
Wait, 2 points of strength damage. And how many points of con damage?
3.
3.
Wait, everybody hold on
wait.
for a second. I just won dots and boxes for the first time ever.
Yo.
Yeah, did you win against Fox?
Congrats.
I'm gonna take a picture of my stats in case.
No,
I-
against me, because I don't know how to play either.
Yay.
Does that affect my hit points?
Yes.
It's by like every. Is it like
How do-
every one down? Like, you lose 5 or something?
Okay, you're going to
Yep,
lose
because
for
we're
every
level
point
5.
that your modifier drops. You are going to lose 1 hit point per level, which in this case is 5. So if your modifier drops from like a +2 to a +1, you lose 5 points. If your modifier drops from a +2 to a +0, you lose 10 max HP.
Yeah, because mine went down to a
Okay.
15, I believe, and so I lost 5 hit points. So my
I
con was
presume
16.
that is not enough to kill you.
No, but I still don't like it. I'm very squishy now.
Mood.
That is all the fungus can do. Cypress, you
I'm-
just got
I'm-
fucked up.
I'm still angry, so I'm gonna go after this fungus right here. And I'm gonna tear it apart. All 3 attacks, power attack.
Some attacks. Yep.
Come on. Die. Ooh, okay. So that would be... I think I have to minus... My power attack would go down by 1 because I add strength to that, I believe. So that would be...
Yeah, you add strength to that, so.
So 2 17s and 1...
That hits.
1 19? So, I think all 3 hit.
All 3 hit.
Yeah.
All 3 hit, yeah.
So my bite and 2
Congratulations.
talons. Yay! I'm gonna do math now.
You took sacred geometry? I'm kidding.
No! Cypress can't do it. He can't do spells. Ooh, that's an... Okay, well,
I, on the other hand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
unfortunately, Renza and Asha could. Please do not.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Can't wait.
Let me
for the
add these
time.
up real quick.
Yes, you could, babe.
I think if you made Cybus do math, he'd die.
What cost?
The cost is his life. He has the. Oh wait, no, he has the prerequisites for this.
Alright. 26, I think. Wait. No, that's more than that. 36 points.
So you kill this thing in one go.
I want to say I rip it to shreds.
You do. You just
Yeah.
you just this thing crumbles, right? Like mushrooms snap and then crumble. And then it just sort of becomes this pile of fungus on the floor.
Ew.
The Centipede is dead. Stunned. Adhara.
Cool. Adhara's gonna take a 5-foot step back to be within range to protect Renzo, to give Renzo the buffs again, and then is going to start with power attack bite, and then basically attempt to yank it closer so that it can follow up with the tail and the stinger.
Mm-hmm.
Which I will mention, you guys aren't quite sure when the when the end of Adhara's tail, which had come to like a little sort of point like you'd expect from a tree snake, gained a rather vicious looking stinger. It's fine.
I do have a question. Would I have been
Normal.
able to, after the end of my attack round, to be able to move 1 foot this way? Or 5
You
feet
already
this
took
way?
a 5-foot step. And,
Oh, did I?
That would
Okay.
have been your full attack, so yeah.
Gotcha.
So, 17 on the bite, and then I'm rolling the CMB,
Yeah, that'll hit.
and that's 23 on the pull.
On the pole. Let me check some plant traits. Yeah. Yeah, you can pull it. Roll your damage.
Cool. It gets yanked. So this is the first, and then I'm gonna take the other two. It's just I needed to. Fuck yeah! That is 12 points on the bite.
Okay.
As it gets yanked there, and then we're gonna tail slap and sting.
Roll the tail slap
19
first.
on the tail slap.
Yeah, roll your damage.
Should I roll the other attack as well, or roll the tail slap damage first?
Roll the tail slap damage first.
6 points on the tail slap.
And you kill it.
Yay!
Just squash it with the tail.
And it just squishes. And in the sort of next actually, Cypress, I also need you to make me another fortitude save.
Yes. Okay.
Really wish I had shit.
Yeah, fortitude, sorry.
That would be... What is my bonus again? Fortitude. Oh, my fortitude is a lot better. That would be a 19?
Okay, you save that round. But as all of you sort of come out of your stun and you blink away this blue, you see the carnage of the battlefield in front of you. And you see Cypress kind of stumbling a little bit, in Dinosuchus form, head kind of sort of bowed a little bit, and looks a little fucked up.
His, like, head's low and he's, like, shaking his head a few times. Looks a little bit out of it.
Asha and Cyrus, you also don't feel super great.
Yo, is this the part where we play Pathfinder? Okay. So
Sorry!
I want to fix my buddy, my bestie, even. Ren, if you had to pick which of your ability scores that have damage to them is the most bothersome to you right now, which one would you say?
Probably my HP, I'd say. Like, right? That would make sense to me to get back 5 more hit points, because I'm at 17 right now. But, like, having a bigger HP pool would be nice.
I don't know if I can fix all of it, but I can certainly try. So Asha is gonna come up to you, Cypress, and say, "Oh, you don't look very good right now, Cypress. It's okay. there's these, I've heard, there's stories about people who can fix things like this. All they have to do is just channel some kind of energy into fixing things, and they just do it, and then it works. So I'm gonna do it, and it's gonna work. And they put their hand on you, and they're gonna cast with their spell kenning lesser restoration, which will heal 1d4 points of your con damage.
I think it was only... Did I take one? I don't exactly remember. Oh, that would definitely
heal
do it fixed. That would definitely put me back at the con I was.
Is Cypress still obviously suffering from the effects, from the poisoning effect?
Yeah, he does not look great.
So I think Renza's going to just telepathically, because that is something they can do. Rangers usually first communicate out loud with that horror. Ask if she can borrow their little cloak for a minute.
They give you the little cloak.
Yeah, she will take it and kind of just making sure to approach Cypress where he can see. Just
Did you not make it?
and sort of wrap this cloak around probably just the one shoulder, and it's going to cast resistance on you, which will give you an extra +1 to the next fortitude save, to the saves you have to make the next minute.
Cool.
Speaking of, can I get another fortitude save?
Yes, I can do that. I'm not
Back
touching...
back at your regular constitution with an extra +1.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ, what is it with me and rolling 4s? Thank God my con is huge, or my, fortitude is good. That would... That's only, like, is that a 13?
That is not going to.
Yeah, that's a fucking 13. God damn it. Oh, no.
Oh my god, you're gonna take another 3 points of dex damage.
Fuck!
Bro.
What is my dex at now? I gotta check. So I took how many dex last time? Was that 3 again?
You're taking 6 points of dex damage total.
Jesus Christ!
You have made,
9.
half of your saves.
I'm at 9 dexterity. Jesus Christ. Am I gonna die if this reaches 0?
Yes,
won't die.
No,
You
yeah,
won't
you
die.
don't die.
You only die if con reaches 0. Otherwise, you become immobile for dex, I believe.
Yes, you become immobile. I think you might become unconscious.
I think he just kind of, like, staggers a little bit and, like, collapses. Looking a bit dazed.
I think since Renza's there, Renza's sort of going to try and brace you and ask Adhara to help as well. Because this is concerning.
And Hara will help brace Cypress.
Can you go back to person shape? It's a little bit easier to hold you when you're person shaped.
I can start my inspired rage for Cypress so that he gets the additional bonus on fortitude saves.
Alright.
Might be a good idea.
Cypress will go into person shape.
I was meaning that I was doing that, sorry.
Sorry.
Cypress is person shaped and not looking too hot. What would that
Renza, I think, full on, like, puts one of your arms around both her shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
She's short, but is using just, like, no, come on, bud, stay standing.
I feel like I'm going to pass out.
We got ya. Let's get back to the pool, and we'll see if we can come have a look through this once you aren't gonna black out. All right?
He just nods.
Yeah. So start to gradually walk him back to this pool.
Mm-hmm.
Right. The group as a whole makes your way back to this pool over here. Cypress, can I get another fort save?
Yep. Let's not use that
Remember
dice.
your
I feel
bonuses?
betrayed. Yes.
Yeah, you've got a +2 on top of your normal fortitude save.
Okay, that's better. That was a 16 plus 8 plus 2, so...
That's gonna succeed. Yeah. You feel it kind of start to, like, swell up again, but you kind of, like, take a breath and you push through it and keep your feet. Getting back to the pool, carrying, Cypress, or Cypress, is a bit of a journey. He is kind of a dense motherfucker.
Yeah, he's heavier than you'd expect.
Renza, we get about halfway and Renza's kind of just going, I could summon something to carry you, but that feels like a waste at this point.
He just shakes his head.
No.
Just
Come on,
let
we'll
me
get you to where
sit
you
on
can sit down.
something. I'm glad none of you went down. That would have been more of a pain, I think.
We weren't even there.
He just shrugs.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I just feel bad.
Like something started, and then something stopped, which was very interesting. But I don't think we were there, so I don't think we could have gone down.
Well, the creature stunned you, it seemed.
That's all you, bestie.
He just shrugs.
Hara relayed the general gist of the fight. We were there. We were in the blue. I don't know why we were in the blue. That was fucked up that we were in the blue.
You don't understand, Renza. If you don't experience something, you're not there.
Is that how that works?
Yes.
What happens when you sleep?
Well, you're certainly not. Well, I guess that depends on what happens when you sleep.
I don't know the answer to this.
Parker.
Do you experience when you sleep? I experience when I sleep.
You dream. That's... Actually, I don't know if you dream. Sorry, was that...
I experience when I sleep, so I know I'm there. I wasn't there for this, so I didn't experience it. Or rather, I didn't experience it, so I wasn't there. Does that make sense?
Maybe.
Is it possible that I could have picked up some of the pieces of the mushroom before they
as you're
pulled me
sort of
off?
Stumbling by. Yeah.
I want to inspect it. If he's gonna sit here and be poisoned.
Make me a nature check. And make me another fort save.
Okay. Could I make a case for... Well, actually, hold on. Nature's just as good as herbalism, it's fine. I'll do my fort save... Or actually, no, I'll do... I'm gonna reroll, because I didn't call which one I was doing first.
Okay.
We'll do... I'll do my fortitude save first. Okay, that's...
Was that +10? Total.
No, my fort is what I'm adding, which is 10, yes, you're right. That's an 18.
Yeah.
That just fails.
Oh, cool. How much do I take? Watch me get another 3.
A challenging mini boss.
Yay, a 1, thank God. That makes it an 8 for my thing, so that's cool.
Yep.
That makes it... Is that a -2 or a minus... That's a -2, right?
Yeah. No, it should only be a -1.
Is it? Oh, okay. My AC is still 18, even with that -1 to dexterity. Right. Nature check. There's where I roll a good roll. Jesus Christ. 23, right? Plus. Yeah, 23.
Alright. So these aren't mushrooms you've seen before yourself. However, there is a couple of things I can point out to you. One, poisonous as hell.
Yep, that's to be expected.
We got that.
You should not consume these in any sense whatsoever, even Asha. Bro. Secondly, it is not uncommon for certain fungus or certain mushroom types to have some levels of sentience. Your basic forest mushrooms will have kind of an interconnection, but there are other mushrooms that will form even full consciousnesses. Usually to form as like a colony protector. Though some of those can get so advanced as to have like telepathic abilities with non-mushroom people. And you've had a couple of conversations with them. They tend to be fairly, like, keep to themselves as long as you don't fuck with the colony. They're usually pretty, I wouldn't say friendly, but
non-harmful. Yeah, they're not harmful, usually.
So this is somewhere between developing that full consciousness and, like, getting some sort of protector, probably. You think maybe give this patch another 100 years or so, and they're gonna have, like, an actual conscious protector. The veracity of this poison is kind of shocking. Usually fungus, if they're going to be toxic, they're toxic when they are ingested. But also holding them in your hands, it seems like the fungus itself is relatively safe to hold. There's just something about those tendrils. Maybe they secrete the poison more in a more secretely toxic way, or you'd have to like look at one of the ones that you just killed in the tentacle to really be able to understand the biology there. But you would not trust eating it.
Go ahead.
The very final thing you notice, which you only kind of pick up on. Also, sorry, no, there's two more things. Another one. There are some particularly nasty fungi that have ways of becoming parasitic, particularly to insects. This is most famous with a certain type of ant and a cordyceps type that will latch on to ant brains and end up piloting the ant around for a while, which is a real thing and is fucked up.
Yep, I've seen it.
So fucked up.
It's so fucked.
So the ability to control a big centipede, again, very odd, but not entirely unheard of or weird in like a larger existential way. The final thing is that as you are looking down this cave particularly, and you're looking at this thing, and you're looking at sort of the cave walls around you, you start to kind of wonder, because caves like these are not usually really good homes for that type of fungus. Usually they need a pretty steady supply of dead and rotting things like you would find on a forest floor.
Yep.
right? That's
That
what
was
they
my
are.
thought.
They are decomposers. And so you're kind of like, how on earth are these things down here?
Yeah. What's
And
their
then
food
as you
source?
look at it, you kind of see the way the thickest part of these are clumped up, particularly up against the walls. You kind of have this moment of realization that at one point this was probably a tended garden. Or at least a tended, like, garden might not be the right word, but a set of plant life that was intentionally kept down here, intentionally cared for, intentionally grown. For what purpose you can't necessarily decipher at the moment. But at some point, somebody took care of that fungus.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point, it gained the ability to then live down here on its own once its caretakers were gone.
Ugh.
Fucked up.
Cypress is so fucking curious. He wants to get up and go check the cave some more.
No, Cypress wants to sit down and rest his poor body, which has been so damaged.
Speaking of, I want one last fortitude save from you.
Come on. Opal dice,
My
please.
boy.
You're supposed to be the good one. Okay, go. Why? That's one less than the last one. That's 17. Jesus Christ. God. I just need to die, guys.
I was gonna say, buddy, they're literally the only way to get this fixed is to die.
That's 5 points of dex.
Am I supposed? Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just at 5 dex now.
Isn't that like 10 points you've taken total?
Yep.
Am I supposed to be making these too? I took ability damage.
No.
This
Okay.
is specifically from being bit by the centipede
Yeah.
and failing the
Well-
poison check.
Cypress is sort of trying to recover, and can Renza summon something to go have a look over the broken bridge?
Sure.
As the summoning circle forms, her disappears into smoke, and this little ball of light. As I'm gonna summon a lantern Acheron and ask it very politely in somewhat fucked up Celestial, because I only just picked it up, if it can go look at what's on the other side of the bridge and come back and tell me what it finds.
So first off, not to call you out in a bad way, I adore you, Astrus. I love this, like, Cypress is dying, time to hit up the ball!
I cannot see Astrus, but that is a very funny mental image.
Astrus, I'm pointing at you and saying Bing.
And saying what?
Bing. Remember the post I sent you earlier?
Yes.
The tiny volume post?
It was specifically the word Bing I didn't remember.
Yes, Bing.
Yes.
That is not a negative call out, do whatever the fuck you want. I just thought it was funny. We're all lamenting, like, Cypress might have to die, and you're just like...
Well, listen, it's par for the course in this campaign. We gotta die sometimes.
Yeah.
We gotta die
Gotta
sometimes.
die sometimes.
Cypress is like, I don't want to die, and then he does, or he might have to.
Yeah.
So, real quick, gamers, I am just quite literally too feverish to keep playing, so I'm gonna
That's
go.
very fair.
oh,
Go
my
rest,
God.
buddy.
So
Thank you for
good.
being here.
Love you.
Love you, Pickle.
Hands.
Thank
Love
you.
you guys.
Love
Good
you!
night.
I can!
Bye-bye.
I will draw more
Bye.
girlfriends for you. Aw.
Anyway, sorry. Renza.
I'm not
Oh
gonna.
no.
Joe?
EBDB.
Joel? Oh no, EBDB'd.
Oh no, you did.
Joel?
Joel?
Okay, hello.
There's
Hello?
rights for
Hello?
Joel.
So the Lantern Archon has a 60-foot fly speed and will be around for 5 minutes.
Okay.
I'm not going to ask it to go too far because I want it to have time to come back and relay what it's found, but
Mm-hmm.
I would like it to go have a look across the bridge and see what it can find.
So it takes off and starts floating away. Cypress, sort of as you're sitting there, that sort of like rolling kind of like feeling that like ache in your like bones, like it doesn't go away, but it stops getting worse at least.
Mm-hmm.
Which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
I will give one last note about the fungus, and that it is, you kind of have a thought of like, if somebody thought this was worth collecting, and it sure at least had a hell of a punch,
Mm-hmm.
maybe if you found a way to collect it, you could use something, get something useful out of it.
Oh, he wants to collect fungus. For sure. If there's one thing he wants to do, it's to do his thing with things and herbalism and stuff, so he's gonna get up and go try and collect some.
But I can't go with him because I need to be here for the thing to come back to, but
He's not gonna go very far, but he's gonna, like, start with some of the smaller ones and, like, sickle out, kind of take a couple, like, you know how they do grass and kind of just hold and whatever at the base. He's trying very hard not to, like, he's probably pulled up, like, his, poncho part and just, like, cover the nose just in case they're the type that, have spores. He's gonna grab a couple smaller ones and, like, a few large ones that he could cut up into pieces, just in case.
Roll me an herbalism check.
Heck yeah! Finally. Only rolled one of these this far. Come on, roll well. That's good. That's a 27.
Oh, hell yeah, you're able to collect, like, a whole handful of these motherfuckers.
Yeah!
And you're able to collect them in such a way that you know will at least be preserved and storable for until you get back to town.
Hell yeah.
At which point you can do more complicated steps to make sure that they are preserved.
Does anyone have containers for these? If I risked my body for some of these, I think we should have them stored correctly.
I'm sure we've got a job.
Yeah, somebody produces the jar from somewhere. I'm not going to be upset about it.
Somehow
Cybus.
we grab
Sure,
these
I
and
have a
put them in the correct containers.
Yeah, like Cybus is like, usually this is for objects, but here.
This is for another object that could be useful.
Different type of object.
He does mention that they're poisonous, though, and to not eat them or touch them with your bare hands for very long. And this is pointed at.
So we tell Ashley that they are completely boring mushrooms. That
I think they know that's a lie. But
I know. I legally I was joking because gaslighting our party is not.
Yeah. No, Cypress tells the truth,
So-
but he does give them a very hard stare.
I will have a handout for you. I do not have it tonight.
That's all right.
Because I forgot to write it.
That's fair. I'm sure you didn't expect to give me mushroom.
No, I
stuff.
expected to give you mushrooms. My brain was just like, it's fine, you did it. You thought about doing it, and that counts as doing it.
Can
it
we
works for me.
possibly also loot the centipede thing for anything of interest, or is the mushrooms what's of interest?
Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Could I assist?
Someone else make the perception check, because Renza cannot.
Ooh, my perception. What's my well, my perception's pretty good. I could help you. If we both want to roll, if that's acceptable or no.
What, both of you can roll, like...
Okay. Sure, I'll roll. Ooh, yes!
I believe.
That would be...
That is a 17 minus 1 for 16.
I rolled a nat 20 for 30.
Okay. So...
I'm sick as a dog, but I can sure see.
So the centipede is pretty much like, as you kind of come up to the thing to look in it, you sort of pull some of the chitin away, and it is just full to the brim with purple mushrooms. You can see even in a place where like the thing's brain should be, where these like tendrils of fungus are like stuck into it.
It's just shrooms all the way down.
It's just shrooms all the way down.
My favorite John Green book. I couldn't keep that in.
I will say, because of the natural 20, you can see where, like Cypress, you can see like in its mandibles, where like the poison, not the fungus poison, but the centipede's own venom is. You can see that and where that was kept, and you can remove that for yourself.
Yo.
Giant centipede poison.
Yo.
Congratulations.
We get that. I should write that in my notes.
You win.
And does the... do you want me to roll a perception check for the Lantern Archon?
Yes, please.
Okay. I know I get something with lesser restoration, but I can't find it.
Yeah, don't worry about this thing fucking you guys up. It was meant to fuck you guys up.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 21 perception.
Okay. In the 5 minutes that it takes you to do this, and it kind of flies back, the information it relays to you, Renza. When you get across the river, you have a small little bit of like landing left, and then it drops off into just this deep pit. The way it describes it to you kind of reminds you of some of the sinkholes you saw on the surface.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Goes.
So
Yeah.
So it seems like maybe that connects to the area where Ashe encountered the giant two-headed snake of...
Quite possibly.
Okay.
I will point out that the cavern that... what was that?
I said all holes lead to giant snake. But I tried to say it quietly.
The pit, the sort of cavern that is there, the top bit of it, the roof area, seemed to be sort of well carved out, as if it had once been a natural sort of formation that had just kind of been expanded.
Yeah.
Whereas the pit itself, past where ground level would have been, there are places where the earth, particularly on the sides, is sort of jagged and broken off with like big irregular chunks missing. And the actual like cavernous like hole it describes to you is huge.
Shit.
Whatever was once across that bridge at some point was big.
Yeah.
And is now at the bottom of a giant pit.
Fucked up. Renzo will translate this for the people who don't speak.
Celestial.
Yeah. Oh, Adhara can possibly translate. Well, actually, Adhara's not here. Well,
In either way, the information can be communicated.
Wasn't there a whirring I
going
heard?
to.
Yes, down the opposite path.
Okay. I just want to make sure I didn't forget that.
Yes, that is a thing.
She is going to thank the Archon for its help. And once it dismisses, gonna spend the minute to resummon Adhara because yikes.
I'm imagining the Archon like fairies from Legend of Zelda.
That's very much sort of the idea. The flavor text that is given is shedding a warm and calming radiance. Its orb of light moves with a preternatural silence and otherworldly grace.
Yeah.
So it's like a fairy, but
a little fairy light from Legend of Zelda.
When you do
It
say
is
summon,
very important that she thanks the summons for their help.
What were you saying, Parker?
No, go for it.
Oh, I was just gonna say that Cypress does thank Adhara for their help. But he doesn't say much else after that, just the thank you.
They look at you like this mask. You have never been able to see their eyes, but there's just this mask that stares back at you and kind of like appraises you for a moment. And then there is a nod.
He nods. That is the exchange.
Good.
Carry on.
Cypress, you still feel like shit.
Oh yeah, no, he's aware. I don't think he's ever felt this bad before. Nothing he can do about it right now unless he wants to die.
Unless he wants to die. I mean...
You know what? I'm gonna wait until he dies in combat. That's the only way this is gonna happen.
But I think... Because I think there were actually instructions in the water sample kit for how to set the res point. I think that's something that... Oh, no, Paul couldn't figure out a diegetic way, but, like, we have that information.
Yeah.
That's so fucking valid.
So I think Renzo will gently encourage Cypress to...
Well, yeah, it would be nice to do a reset point. He would do so.
To set to this... gently encourage everyone to reset at this pool. But
yeah, the one by the broken
Cypress,
bridge, right?
Yeah. Yeah, this one that is fully set up, so should be.
Yep. I mean, at this point, Cypress is like, I'll try my best not to hold y'all back, basically.
Oh.
Eh.
I'm sorry. Based on what Adhara showed me happened while I was in the blue, I think even at your worst, you're still.
Yeah, Cypress got fucked up, but also he fucks shit up.
Yeah, even at your worst, you're probably the brute strongest of us. You're fine.
Shrug.
You are here to fuck up and get fucked up.
Yeah, I'm here to fuck up and get fucked.
Primary tank. You are doing your job.
Yeah.
Renza is also going to, I think, see if Asher would be willing to let us borrow their collapsible bathtub, and the reason I'm thinking the smaller one is so that it's, like, easier to lower into the pool and to help people who need to get, like, spores and gunk rinsed off.
Oh, yeah. we're icky still.
I think we got most of the stuff off with prestidigitation, I think.
Yes.
No,
It was just
I'm
Asha
thinking
that-
the spores from the purple. From the
Oh.
purple things. I know a lot of them went deep, but getting at least some of it off the skin. Does that kind of track?
Yeah, Asha will still offer prestidigitation, but between that and the bathtub, y'all can have a nice little bath.
Yeah, bath
bath.
time!
Little bath in the cave, you know.
Bathing with the
Yeah.
homies.
Gotta bathe with the homies is the thing.
Now I'm imagining all of us squished into one bathtub.
That would be so miserable.
I mean, literally, like, squished like this. Like, elbows in.
We're all just like
Listen,
sitting knee to knee and we're just very uncomfortable, like
It has not come up yet. It's not related to the squished, but I do need you to realize that one of the things that has occurred with the folding bathtub that Renza has is it has gotten filled, and then Adhara has just like splooted to fill the entire thing.
Sploosh.
Because it's sized for a medium creature.
God.
And this big, just snake thing just kind of coils up in it.
Yeah.
That is the thing that happened before the two of them joined the party. Anyway, do we want to check out the worrying corridor?
Might as well.
I will also say, as people are setting their spawn points, somebody does think to get a water sample.
Yeah, Renzo's definitely gonna get a water sample.
Let me...
And, I think she's gonna get a moss sample as well, if possible.
Absolutely, you can scrape a little bit of the moss off the bottom of this pool.
We have
Because at the moment, the only theory we have is that it is a property, it is something to do with the moss.
Moss.
I think okay. Yeah, I do know.
We have mushrooms, we have moss, we have water samples.
We have a grenade.
You sure have a grenade.
Look,
I was tempted to see if I
Cypress had
needed to
been
use
able
it in the other fight, but he realized how much damage he did to the centipede and was like, let's not use it.
Oh yeah, very fair. The two reptiles carrying that fucking fight, though.
I want to use this grenade for shenanigans.
I think it should be used for shenanigans. I agree.
It's a grenade!
Throw it in the pit with the giant two-headed snake, or multiple-headed snake thing. I doubt that would do much, but
work.
you know. It would
No, we
eat
have a mini nuke on us. That's...
Yeah.
No, it's a grenade.
It would burp it up and then eat us. Anyways.
Let's know if it can climb up the sinkholes.
I'm terrified that it can, and I don't want it to.
I didn't consider that until this moment.
Ugh. No.
So, yeah. Investigating the worrying, probably with... Renzo is still gonna offer to brace Cypress.
Alright, we are...
He's too
heading down
pig-headed.
the
He's
worrying.
not gonna let you hold him for very long.
He falls on his face, it's his own problem.
I literally rolled a nat
Cypress
20
help.
again of him being like, wisdom, am I gonna let you do this to me? And his answer was absolutely not.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry.
It's okay. Renzo's a bit like, you know what? Fair enough. But also, if you fall
he's-
flat on your face...
Yeah, he's very much like, I appreciate the help, however I can walk at least on my own. Thank you. And that is as much as he goes into detail.
Yep, fair enough.
Alright. As you start to head down this hallway, Elif, you're the one who was able to hear it, and so you can spot it in the din of this cave, the sound of this whirring, and it gets louder and louder as you sort of come down this cave, and you find this little intersection. the path continues farther down this way, and you can see where the road branches again a little bit farther on. But the whirring that you can hear is coming from this little area that you can see after this little hallway opens up into this bigger space.
I want to go in there. There's something noisy, and I'm desperate to see what it is.
Fair enough.
Cypress
Are
just
we
cocks
heading
his head a
into
little
the-
bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Go
think we
for
are.
it.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. As you sort of walk into this space, the space here is kind of odd. It's a very large sort of cavern, again seemingly blasted out, with sort of the walls of this cave sort of in irregular patterns with pieces missing. And the contents of it, you can see 5 tables, or at least probably what were tables. Some of them are kind of collapsed on their side or into little shards of wood, but 1 or 2 of them are still pretty much intact, with old graying yellow papers and pieces of plastic and metal with some glass on them sort of scattered around. You can see one section that looks like a large piece of map, that as you look at, as you can recognize them sort of like right off this edge here. Sort of, particularly Cypress, you have a really good brain for this sort of thing. You can see it's kind of mapping out not only where you have just come from in the caves, but some of it forward. But the labels are all worn and in that language you don't know. Additionally, you can see some large metal containers in places that look a little akin to cages. They're not big enough to like hold a person or anything, but they are sort of barred in that way. And then off to the side here, these little rods you can see stuck into the ceilings. One of them has like a curtain hung over it.
Is there anything in the cages that we can see?
I will get to that 1 second.
Okay.
Another one has its curtain sort of fallen and torn. You can see where it has landed on the ground, and it looks like what must have been like the toilet area, or at least one of them. The cages inside of them, you can see what looks like metallic like bowls on the ground, rotted away and eaten pieces of like fabric in like the back corners. They look like they probably housed some sort of animal at some point, though their residents are at this point long gone. But the whirring, Elith, particularly you can hear it. It is sort of growing louder, and you can hear in places. Particularly hanging sort of in the air. And Cypress, you're starting to be able to hear it too.
Can Adhara catch any scent?
Adhara opens their mouth and sort of this tongue flicks out and comes back in, and they just report metal.
Okay.
Is it the same iron smell that we smelled in the water?
Head shakes.
Alright.
Something different. Silver. Is what they're able to give you.
Yeah, okay.
Cypress frowns a bit at that. Cypress is gonna take a couple steps into the room, take a look around, check, make sure he's not gonna trigger any traps.
Make a perception check, both of you.
Okay.
Where is...
Oh, that was fucking awful.
We're specifically detecting traps, right? Because that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was what Cypress was also looking for, but...
+1 on perception. No.
Terrible.
But... That was 21. No,
So
22.
Cypress. All right, excellent. I'm going to start with Cypress and we'll get to you. Cypress, you are not so familiar with this age of technology and equipment. You are familiar with, some of the ways people set traps nowadays, particularly hunting traps. And you can't spot any of that.
Okay.
So that's good.
Yeah.
No spike walls, none of that. No, bear traps, none of that shit. You're good.
Yay. I'm not gonna get snared.
Ella.
Yes.
You are not... I'm gonna give you a little bit of flavor being an android. Alright?
Yeah.
You are not consciously familiar with a lot of these things, in that whatever... The consciousness that now inhabits your android body, no matter how old your body is, has never interacted with some of the things that you have seen. Right? So you don't have the factual information. But sometimes something that happens to you when you are in areas full of older technology is you're not sure if it's holdover memory, you're not sure if it's instinct, you're not sure if it's electromagnetic signals pinging back and forth between whatever's going on. You're not entirely sure what it is. You don't know if anyone could tell you exactly what this is. But every once in a while, you can kind of get a sense for the electronic world around you. As long as there's a little bit of power, right?
Okay.
Something dead and old, something completely off, it's just a hunk of metal. But anything with a little bit of a current running through it, it's not something you can always rely on, but every once in a while, there's just a little bit of a thing registering whatever counts as a processing center for your brain. So what you spot and what this sort of sense is drawing you to is, first off, nothing on the floor or nothing that seems entirely dangerous in any you can't move around the space type of way. But on the table over here with the map that you saw, there are a couple of other pieces and devices and a container made of some of a dark black metal that sort of give you a bit of a bits, right? And you get the feeling that if you were to mess with any of that, something might trigger, something might happen.
Okay.
But the majority of the room seems relatively safe to explore and touch.
Okay. I don't know how to convey that except for how you conveyed that. I guess I'll continue walking into the room.
A repeat of the information.
Yeah, like don't touch that thing.
Yeah, it's easy to point out this big metal box that seems to be the center of it. And there's a couple of things stacked on top of it as well. A couple of these smaller little, like, metal and glass things that you're not entirely familiar with, that you're not sure if touching them would do something, but they seem to be with the box, so you're just like, anything with the box, don't fuck it with it, don't fuck with it.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Well, I shall listen. Who knows?
Who knows? The rest of the room is safe to explore, as far as you can tell, at least. And you rolled pretty damn well.
I want to look at all the mappy map things in the room, as long as we don't touch them.
Alrighty.
See what was the plans.
If you're doing an exploration of the room, make another perception check. If you want to examine something closely, I will have you roll a check based on that. So let me know what you're interested in.
I mean, Renzo in particular wants to look at the map so that we can sort of have an idea of where we're going.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's got a pretty good head for geography and stuff, so...
I think since y'all are gonna go after the map, he'll just do a cursory glance around the room, see if there's anything else we've missed.
Okay, make me another perception check. The two of you looking at the map, make me a knowledge geography. Science, is there anything you're interested in?
Oh, lovely. Knowledge geography. That is 10 geography.
God, I rolled so bad.
Probably the map more.
Make another. You can also make a geography check.
Come on, dice. Get up there. Yeah. That's a 12.
Okay. We'll start with Cypress. No, actually, we'll start with the map. Because Cypress will take care. So 10 and the 12. This part is a relatively low DC in that, looking at it more, you can see the parts of the cave system that you have been through drawn out pretty clearly. The entrance hallway that you were in, the sort of offshoot that the Centipede was in. There's even a marking for the bridge and the river. I will, in fact, even go ahead and give you daylight mode.
Yeah!
Thank you kindly.
Ignore this bit over the corner over here. I don't know if you can see it or if it's still corner.
Oh yeah, no, we can't see that.
Of the bridge. Okay, excellent. Because what is technically drawn on the map is not what is there, and I don't want to confuse you. So don't worry about it. Okay. That is the reason that is blocked off. But daylight mode, and as you walk, you will be able to. I'll just kind of clear that out for you, real quick.
Okay.
So that in and of itself is very easy to kind of pick out, right? You're able to see the map of this cave. You're able to kind of understand how this cave works. Again, a lot of the writing and the labels are in that old language that you don't know. But the area that you're standing in seems to be labeled. The area where the fungus is labeled. The area across the bridge is labeled, and the area that you're going towards is labeled as well.
Okay, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
And you could see an arrow pointing out towards the exit and a label, but that's kind of easy to like. That's just probably notating the villages. Joe, Renzo.
Yes.
As you were looking at this map, you notice all of that, and that's all there for you to see. A couple of things about it kind of pop out to you, however.
Mm-hmm.
One, the area across the bridge is labeled and is depicted in such a way that it looks as though the cavern that is over there now, at the time this map was drawn, was not there.
Okay.
So this is pre whatever the fuck happened to send that thing into the earth. Right?
I have some thoughts about what might have caused the sinkholes.
Oh. You want to share with the class?
2, you are able to see a couple of marking out places where it seems like they were planning on digging next as well.
Yeah.
It seems like there were plans to sort of start to extend some of it out in this direction.
Okay.
In this direction. And then downwards, going from where you saw the fungus as well.
Yeah, interesting.
Notably, down further this way, there are no plans to dig.
Okay.
It seems like this and whatever across the bridge seems as though they are to be left completely untouched.
Interesting.
The fungus also seems to be like left off, but with less sort of importance indicated in that direction.
Everyone knows where the fucking fungus garden is.
Yeah. It's the fucking fungus garden.
It's, oh god, what's the historical city that we've heard referenced but have no fucking idea where it is because no one wrote it down because it was like everyone fucking knows this?
Hunt.
Yes.
They're also sort of some of the walkways seem a little bit smaller on the map than they do in real life, but that is probably explainable just by erosion happens.
Yeah.
And that is what you can get with that without being able to read it.
I also do want to look for any recurring symbols, and Renza's basically trying to figure out, hey, okay, what if these are like the fucking vowels?
Okay. Make me a linguistics check, but I will also, noting the writing, Cybus.
Yes.
You see in the upper right corner the same symbol, though not stamped. It seems to be written, but for the Iron Fist Mining Corporation. 21 linguistics. Okay. So you're just starting to pay attention to this language. So I'm not gonna give you much here.
Yeah.
Because
But I figure between what Cyrus and Asher have been able to find.
Between what Cyrus and Asher have been able to find, some of the things that you know already, and this map in front of you, I'm gonna say you are starting to recognize some common symbols. Whether these are strictly vowels, you're not sure.
Yeah.
You're not even really sure if this is a phonetic language rather than a symbolic language yet. But you're able to sort of grasp the grouping of symbols that you're pretty sure means village.
Okay.
The iron fists again are there in the corner. Some of the symbols indicating the area across the bridge seem familiar, but you can't place them.
Yeah. But Renzo definitely is gonna scribble down somewhere. Oh, I can remove that penalty now. Scribble down somewhere, like, if we see this symbol on maps, it probably means a village, or something in that range.
Yeah.
And this is the mining corporations.
And that's the yeah. So you can add to the journal Cybus has, which has some of the translations already.
Okay. Yeah. With Cyrus's consent, obviously.
But you can start to accrue a little bit of information about this language. Congratulations.
Yay!
Okay.
Learning a dead language.
At some point, if enough interest is paid, I might allow some of you to take it as a language you know.
Oh hell yeah!
I would love that.
But
Yes.
not yet. Not yet at
Not
all.
yet. We need to.
You just reminded
Cyrus.
me.
Yeah, that's fair.
You just reminded me I still have 2 languages I haven't picked. It's at the bottom of my sheet and I never look there.
God bless. Cypress. Your perception checks. Which is, again, relatively low. You pull, the curtains back. They mostly seem to be toilet areas. One of them smells bad. And at first you're like, ew, and you're like, that doesn't make any sense, this is old. And then you think about it and you're like, there might be a dead animal in there. Whatever it is, it's fucking nasty. You don't like it.
Yeah. He does that clearing of the nose, just. He's gonna turn away. He does that fairly often.
I love him, just so you know.
He's just a little guy. He's a creature.
As you look at the cages, you sort of tug on one of the doors, and it sort of swings open, really easily. Actually, it's kind of rusted, but the door itself seems as you look at it more, the latch seems bent and snapped.
Like something got out of it.
Maybe something got out of it. You can't quite know for sure. But the door is just kind of comes off. The material inside, again, there are 2 little balls. They're pretty rusted through. The sort of pile of fabric in the back is old and sort of musty. But was probably of pretty good quality at some point, at least in terms of pet bedding. Or animal bedding of some sort. Whatever was kept in these cages might not have had the most luxurious life, but there was some mind paid to them. Additionally, on the tables and around, sort of scattered, you can see evidence of what was probably mess kits. Or cutlery, plates, bowls, sort of scattered and lost. Under one of the tables, you find a body.
Oh. Like skeleton or just...
Less skeleton and more dried and thinned and
preserved?
Maybe half mummified. I'd have to ask you for another check to examine the body better.
Cypress is gonna like pop his head up.
Straight to the shopkeeper?
The shopkeeper was much more like... The shopkeeper was preserved, but preserved in a very good way.
Yeah, okay.
This seems like a cave body.
Cypress is just gonna pop his head up and kind of like gesture to whoever's near him. I'm not sure who is currently, but he will gesture you towards the body so you can take a look at it with him or help him drag it out.
I will. I rolled the worst on the map.
Yeah,
sure.
You're able to drag the body out from underneath the table.
Trying best not to like catch it on stuff, but you know.
It's easy. You know, I'm not gonna make you roll a check for that.
No.
If you want to examine the body, medicine check?
Okay.
Or heal. Heal is what's
Heal. Okay. Where's my heal? Okay, I've only got +2 to that.
I knew what I meant.
Okay.
I was like the equivalent of medicine, whatever it is.
Yes. Ooh, that's not too bad.
23.
Oh, I don't have that good. Mine's just a 15.
15. Alright, yeah. So, with the 15, yeah, it seems kind of like a cave body, like, preserved, but only incidentally.
Mm-hmm.
Alright? Less, like, intentionally and more just, it happens to be in this cave, away from heat and a lot of water, and it just happens to be there.
Mm-hmm.
There is damage to the left arm, though with the 15 you can't really tell what that's about. But you do notice sort of very long, thin ears. This was probably an elven individual or elven adjacent. Elif. 23. The damage to the left arm seems pre-mortem.
Okay.
In fact, the more you look at it, though it kind of looks not great to start with, as you look at the flesh, you realize that's more about it being dead than it being injured. This might have been maybe an amputation site at one point.
Okay.
Just somebody with a lost limb. One way or another, you can't immediately spot a prosthetic, but who knows where that ended up. Right? This might have been someone's body that they came back and grabbed the prosthetic and left, right? If they were in the reborn cycle, right?
Yeah.
Because if you can, why fucking leave your prosthetic with your body? That's a fucking waste.
Yeah.
Legit.
Okay. Huh.
Wait, does this body doesn't look the same as the mummified shop body, right? Like this, not the same.
No.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
This one is elven and very fine features, as opposed to the shopkeeper, which you couldn't really get a bead on race.
Mm-hmm. All right.
But at least had a much different sort of facial appearance.
Interesting.
The clothing they're wearing is tattered, but kind of gives you sort of impression of some sort of labor or some sort of like working class individual. I'm sure Asha would love to roll a history check, and I will let them when they come back next week. But for other medicine purposes, this is a very, very old body. Again, there's the amputation site. You're not quite sure what killed it. There's what looks like the edges of some sort of spell damage, maybe?
Okay.
And a couple of wounds, but they're pretty small wounds. Like smaller than like daggers. Like you can just barely see like these little incisions.
Okay.
But you can see one that seems to have landed pretty solidly, like over the femoral artery.
Ah, okay.
So while you can't figure out, like, what it is that did the killing, that's a pretty quick bleed out.
Yeah. That's a very quick bleed out.
Mm-hmm.
Even a relatively small incision there can do a lot of damage. So that's what you can get from the body.
The only thing my brain said was look out for tiny knives. That's not what I want to convey. That's not what I want to convey.
Maybe there is
Really
tiny
good
knives somewhere.
advice.
Very tiny knives.
Super tiny.
Basically, there's something that makes very small wounds that at least was here, and it knows how to hit. It looks like it knows how to aim.
Huh.
Was there anything in the wound? Like no, like there's nothing like. I'm trying to remember the name for it. Like weapon wise, or like a bolt, or like something like that. No ammunition or anything in the wound?
No, I will say there's some bruising around some of the small incisions.
Okay.
Okay, so maybe something bit. Maybe.
But it's not like there's like any like leftover like bolt heads or any particular serration that is like notable. Just a little bit of bruising.
This doesn't look like anything that Cypress would recognize as like an animal bite or like an insect or something like that. No? Okay.
No, like animal bites and insects bites, they have a particular pattern to them usually.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's whether it's a bunch of teeth or if it's like the like shape of the mandible or something. This does not have any of that. In fact, the wounds look like the one thing I will give you is they look as though it was caused by something relatively inorganic.
Okay. So it could have just been that they were thrown onto something that happened to cut their fucking femoral artery. Or somebody got him. Interesting. Okay. Thinking.
The rest of your perception check. Again, you see old yellow pages, most of them illegible, even though you don't know the language, you're like, that's not readable. And then odd things of metal and plastic and glass, and most of them kind of square or rectangular, some of them pretty small, some of them chunky. One of them is cracked open, and you can see, like one of the bigger ones that is chunkier, you can see a crystal inside. Sort of similar to the crystals you'd seen associated with the holodiscs.
Ooh, we should take
the image
that.
discs.
We should.
Do you see we should take that?
Yes. The crystal. Weren't we looking for a crystal or something that would work for the holodisc or something?
I don't know if I was there for that.
I don't remember.
No, but that does sound right. It does sound like something
This
we were.
might be important. Where was this attached to? I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
One of the bigger, sort of chunkier metal plastic devices.
Okay.
It's
Does
like
that one
inside
look...
of it, like part of it's broken.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say if it looked intact or not.
No, a big chunk of the side is gone, and you can see some of the wiring is like broken off from what it was connected to. But the crystal inside is intact.
Yeah, so we might be able to get the crystal out.
I think we should try to, at least.
Okay.
I am going to need a sleight of hand from somebody.
Hi.
Yes!
Yeah.
If you point it out to me, I will.
Please
There were
do.
some things it could have been that I could have done, but...
That is a... That is a... Wait. I can do math.
Number.
That's a 30.
Yo!
Okay. Yeah.
Yes!
So you kind of crouch next to it, and you pull out one of your smaller knives, and you look at it and you go, no, and you pull out your lockpicking kit. And you sort of reach inside, and it's an act of, like, the crystal is, like, no bigger than, like, yay big.
Mm-hmm.
And is pretty small. It's a very small, not perfectly cylindrical. It has it's more like an octagonal sort of cylinder, in that there are flat sides, but it creates this sort of cylindrical bit. And so it's more an act of like peeling away the metal prongs that are holding it in position. But you can feel how small and thin this thing is, and like, if you fucked it up, it would be pretty easy to crack this thing. And you can see here, because you've seen things that have that need to be held carefully, relatively soft, precious stones.
Yeah, that was what I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah. Things that you have picked apart like this before. And I'm getting a little bit of echo from you.
You're gonna need what?
I'm getting a little echo from you.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It is okay. The way this metal is set up, and the way that the casing is that it's clearly made so that it would be able to survive some pretty good impacts.
Okay.
Like if something had hit like the outside casing, like the crystal might be able to get away pretty unscathed. But you also might be like playing your chances, depending on exactly how things were hit. So there's a little bit of kind of nice engineering going in on there. But sort of peeling the prongs away sort of one by one, and then supporting it, and you're able to extract this very small crystal. and it is yours.
Yes.
We have a very small crystal now.
Excellent.
It is a light pink. It is like a light pink, but as you turn it sort of in the light, it almost sort of reflects green.
Okay.
Was that a DVD player?
Might have been.
Because I'm thinking the big thing is a TV is what I'm thinking right now.
God, I miss DVD players. I don't use them that often anymore.
I don't know if I even have one in this house anymore.
My dad has one downstairs, but I don't use it for obvious reasons.
Genuine tragedy.
I miss VC. Jesus Christ. I'm really tired.
Ellis,
VHS.
as a rogue, I'm going to go ahead and presume you have like soft pieces of fabric you can rock this thing up in to help like soften it. You probably don't want to like throw it off a cliff even then, but
No.
you feel pretty content that you can put it like somewhere safe in your bag, and you'll probably be able to get it back to Adelaide or Garrett or whoever unscathed.
Okay.
Yes.
Good.
Hell yeah. Good job, Ella.
Crystal, get.
Yes. Some more.
Items and objects.
Items and objects.
I also do not have a specific handout for the crystal, but I did not intend for one. So
That's fine. I put V small pink crystal from DVD player right here.
anything else you would like to do in this room? All right. In that case, I think I would like to call session here. Partially because we are getting on 11:30, and I know Ren has work in the morning, and partially because this is a fun lore exploration room, and I want to give PK a chance.
Yeah.
Yes.
I had that vibe.
Yeah.
Thank you.